So, kasado na ang PBA playoffs. So, magiging unang kalaban ng Barangay Ginebra. Hopefully, not the last. Ang Converge Fiber Xers gaganapin sa Thursday sa Pasko, December 25. Pangalawang laro, second game. Sa set of games na yon sa araw na yon. So, itong game na to, hindi to magiging madali. Yes, Converge is a team that lacks experience, but they have the talent. Yes, they don't have the bench to maybe, make a deep playoff run right now. I hope if ever they beat Ginebra, if ever lang naman, di ba? If ever they beat Ginebra, they manage to get into the finals kasi sayang naman, di ba? Isa na to sa mga chances nila. Pero anyway, ang Ginebra, merong chance naman. Hindi naman imposible kahit na twice to beat disadvantage or twice to win disadvantage ang Ginebra. Basically, kailangan nilang talunin ng dalawang magkasunod ang Converge to advance to the semis na hindi pa rin magiging madali. Kasi itong season na to has been kind of hindi naman disappointing, pero average, kumbaga. They were just there. Ginebra, kind of struggling, kind of not, kind of in the middle of, a rebuild, pero hindi rin masyado. So, medyo magulo tong confidence na to for Ginebra. Medyo andyan lang sila. Pero, you'd want pa rin, as a Ginebra fan, for them to advance. Kasi, sayang naman, tinrabaho nila yung 5 seed, tapos, di ba, matatalo din naman. Sayang naman yung first round pick nila next year. Pero anyway, ang gusto kong balikan muna ay yung previous na pagkikita nila kasi talo ang Ginebra nung first game. Talagang sa game na yon nakita ko na medyo matchup nightmare ang Converge para sa Ginebra. Kasi Ginebra, okay, sisimulan muna natin for Ginebra. Coach Tim Cone thinks that this team is a defensive team. And I understand kasi Coach Tim Cone is a defensive coach. Yes, kilala siya sa triangle offense niya pero he never really coaches offense kapag games na. He really coaches defense. Hindi siya na mismo nagsasabi nito sa mga interviews na kapag nasa game, ang kino-coach ni Coach Tim Cone ay depensa, hindi offense. And honestly, kitang-kita mo yon kasi lahat ng adjustments sila in-game, laging depensa, kahit na ang kulang opensa. Pero anyway, itong Ginebra team na to, yung roster-wise yung collection of players that they have, I think they're an offensive team na kayang i-outgun yung talent right now ng Converge. Kasi yes, Converge is known right now. Kilala ang Converge bilang meron silang solid 5 or 6 players na magaling. Juan Gomez, Stockton, Winston, Arana, Baltazar. Maybe isama na natin si Kevin Dracala, si defender or 3-and-D guy. Wala pa si David Defonso pero he should, make their bench or their lineup a little bit deeper. Pero itong Converge na to, basically 5.5 man deep lang sila. They have a very solid 5-man lineup, pero after nun wala na. Nakita natin yun sa mga, previous games ng Converge na medyo nag-struggle sila against other teams. Kapag hindi pa kasi sila rain or shine level, yes, mas yung 5 players nila, mas malakas sa 5 players ng rain or shine. Pero rain or shine kasi hanggang 10 solid. So, I think sa playoffs, dito natin makikita ngayon, ito yung magiging barometer for Converge. Kung itong 5 players ba na to, kayang maging sabay-sabay magaling. Kasi if isa-dalawa sa mga 5 players ng Converge magkaroon ng off night, it would be very tough for them, to grind out games kasi they are very reliant on their talent alone. And yung Ginebra team na to, they have the talent, in my opinion, to outgun these 5 players. And defense alone, hindi sila mananalo through defense alone. Hindi enough yun. Nakita natin yun sa game against Rain or Shine sa Bahrain. Hindi alone. Hindi enough pala na defense alone lang yung gagawin. Kailangan mo ring umiscore. Diba? Para manalo yung Rain or Shine or yung Ginebra sa Rain or Shine sa Bahrain, kailangan nila umiscore ng 37-point quarter ng fourth quarter. Diba? And even that, close game pa rin siya. And I think Ginebra has the talent to, makipag head-to-head sa talent or sa output or i-outgun itong Converge to. Kasi outside shooting, hindi to super updated pero nag-hover ang Ginebra sa top 3 in terms of 3-point attempts, 3-point percentage, and 3-point mix. I think I have the updated stats. Ipa-flash ko na lang sa screen. Ang ginawa ko dito, kinuha ko yung outside shooting nila after the break, which is after nung Gilas era or Gilas, stint na 4 na games yun against Blackwater, Terra Firma, Rain or Shine, Titan. Sa 4 na games na yun, they shot 36% from the 3-point area. Averaged 11.3 makes per game. Para sa last 2 games sila against Phoenix and Converge bago yung break, 34% from the 3, which is very high still. Pero I think in total nag-hover sila around 30 to 33%, which is not bad. Top 3 pa din yun. This team is an outside shooting, perimeter-oriented team. And I think malaking bagay yon for them to counter Converge's bigs. Kasi Japet Aguilar, kailangan niya magkaroon ng very solid defensive performance sa series na to. Yung offense si Japet Aguilar, pwede na mag-step back. Kaya na yan saluhin nila RJ Abarientos, Scottie Thompson if mag-decide siya na star player at former MVP siya. Kaya nang mag-step back ng defense or ng offense rather ni Japet Aguilar. Pero yung defense niya I think is going to be very important. At least to stall Converge's bigs. Kasi Japet is Japet. Kahit na, alam mo yon, marami tayong masasabi kay Japet Aguilar, whether maganda or hindi. I think yung length alone and size ni Japet Aguilar and yung instincts niya to put a contest up and stall yung bigs ng kalaban would be very, very important for this series. Speaking of guards naman, kung may Twin Towers ang Converge, meron din naman silang triple-headed dragon or triple-headed monsters with Juan Gomez de Leaño, Shawnee Winston, and Alex Stockton. And I think itong series na to, magiging busy si Stephen Holt dumepensa at bumantay sa mga yon. So I don't expect Stephen Holt to have a very solid offensive outing. Kung umabot mo siya ng 2 games, wala na akong expectations for Stephen Holt, to put up 15 to 20 points sa series na to. Mas magiging importante for him to specialize kung saan siya magaling, which is defense. Pero si Scottie Thompson dapat yung mag-step up offensively. Kung si Stephen Holt didepensa, sana si Scottie Thompson mag-take charge offensively. Kailangan hindi lang 10 points ang gawin ni Scottie Thompson. At least 15 man lang and be very aggressive to get to the paint para yung assist game niya, yung pag, kick out niya to other players, pag playmake niya, mag-open up din naman. Speaking of playmaking, another player or set of players na magiging importante for Ginebra ay yung bench nila. Kasi yun nga Converge, 5 to 6 man deep lang. Ginebra, yes, pag playoff si Coach Timcon, 7-man rotation and parang 5 and 3/4 ganun. 5 tigti 38 minutes tapos merong dalawa na parang 10 and 7, diba? Pero I think maganda na mag-step up yung bench ng Ginebra. Si RJ, yes, expected na yan. Diba? Hindi naman kasi talaga bench ni RJ Abarientos De facto bench lang yan Parang off the bench lang pero talagang yan ng tinatakbuhan na ng offense kapag nasa loob siya ng court. Sa season 15, nag-average si RJ ng 16.6 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 2.3 assists per game. As of late, grabe performances ni RJ Barrientos. Talagang, after the break, nagkaroon ng parang switch and parang mas nagkaroon siya ng freedom or mas humaba yung leash sa kanya ni Coach Tim. Another player na magiging very important for me ay si Norbert Torres kasi sa previous meeting ng dalawang teams na to, Japet played less minutes compared to Norbert Torres. Si Japet, 21 minutes lang. Si Norbert, 24. Kasi Norbert Torres, yes, he's not, the same as, hindi siya kagaya ng defender ni Japet Aguilar, pero he can space the floor sometimes. Sometimes is the keyword. Norbert can shoot sometimes. And magiging importante yan to open up the floor kasi double bigs ang Converge If you can bring them out a little bit, konting-konti lang, para lang magkaroon ng gap si Scottie and RJ to attack and play make, either score or give the ball to others, shift the defense. Sobrang importante nun. So, Norbert Torres, kailangan niya mag-step up sa series na to and, make some 3-pointers. And ayun na nga, since double bigs ang Converge, they have 3 guards na masyadong focused sa offense, not necessarily defensive guys. I think, pwede mag-take advantage ang Ginebra sa fast break game nila. Ang Converge lacks experience, playoff experience, so pwedeng daanin ng Ginebra sa mga, moments kung saan pwede na lang gulangan. Like, for example, hindi babalik sa defense sa Converge, malilate sa pag-setup ng defense, hindi pa ganun ka-comfortable playing in or under pressure sa mga ganung klaseng games na kaya mag-take advantage ng Ginebra sa mas mabilis na pace na laro. Kasi ang Ginebra, sanay sila sa ganun. Mas slowed down na yung laro for these Ginebra players kasi they have a lot of vets and they have players like RJ who can, make decisions on the fly kahit na mabilisan. And sometimes, yes, turnovers. Pero ibig sabihin kasi ng turnovers for me, nagtatry mag-playmake, nagtatry maging creative, and, nagtatry mag-execute. So, yun, again, yung sample size ko na next 4 games sila or last 4 games sila after ng Gilas break, mas mataas talaga yung pace and yung output nila in general. 105.5 points plus 6 yun kumpara sa last 2 before the break. Assist to field goal percentage sila, 68% from 53. And then 13.7 fast break points. Unfortunately, hindi ko nasama yung sa Rain or Shine kasi naglolo ko yung website, wala silang stats dito and hindi na siya available sa Real GM. So, ayun. Yan yung mga factors for me, for Ginebra to really give themselves a chance to, make it to the semifinals. Yes, it would not be easy. Hindi magiging madali kung tinalo sila na Converge ng Elims. Pero merong chance, merong opening kasi kaya nilang daanin sa experience. And then kapag sinapuso nila kung ano talaga yung gusto nilang gawin, which is, to be a team na tumatakbo, nagfa-fast break, faster pace, they push the ball, they shoot 3-pointers, they attack the gaps, they rely on their guards kaysa magposte-poste sila, I think meron silang chance. Especially if they match or they can outgun yung output ng 5 players ng Converge. If, all of a sudden, 7 Ginebra players contributed, nagkaroon ulit ng Ralph Koo explosion game. Jason David scores 10 points, di ba? Norbert makes 2 3-pointers off the bench. RJ scores 15. I think merong chance. Kasi, if 5 Converge players plays good, plays average, ganun, or, above average, that would still be, around 100 points. Pero if yung Ginebra, nag-open up lahat for them, nag-align lahat ng stars, and then merong 2 bench players na nag-step up, I think kaya nilang talunin Converge ng 2 straight games. And I don't think hot take yon.